making it 5 days per week. You can find an ad-free version of the show at 9to5mac.com/join for $5 a month or $50 a year. You can find all of the latest Apple news on 9to5mac.com. Follow along with me on Threads at Chance H. Miller, and we'll be back on Monday for a new week of Apple News.
Hey there, I'm your friend David Pierce, and I am about to play you another episode of our new show, Version History, all about old technology and the most important moments and products in the history of tech. If you like the show, please make sure to subscribe.
Trimble knows that for the work we all depend on, where speed counts, there's no room for mistakes. Every turn matters. Trimble is the technology company that connects your physical and digital worlds across industries like construction, transportation, geospatial, and beyond, so you can get hard work done faster than you ever thought possible. You can check them out at trimble.com. With Trimble on your team, you're in command of connected solutions to overcome unknowns and keep work flowing. See what's coming. Take intelligent action. Stay on time and budget, time after time, with confidence at every step, every decision, every turn, because work doesn't move in a straight line. Keeping it going requires the agility to adjust, in the field, at the office, on the road, everywhere. When you're ready to turn data into decisions, turn deadlines into finish lines, and turn possibilities into profits, it's time to turn to Trimble. Trimble, confidence at every turn.
Discover NutriCheck, the app that makes tracking your food fun and easy. With over 1 million verified foods, barcode scanning is a breeze. Gain insights about your nutrition while enjoying an empowering journey to better health. Ready to start? Search NUTRA Check in your app store and enjoy a free trial today. Feel amazing with NutriCheck.
Finding the right audience shouldn't feel like doom scrolling. With Experian, it doesn't. Experian syndicated audiences help you reach holiday shoppers, car buyers, and more across over 200 top platforms. With over 2,400 pre-built audiences, there's no more doom scrolling. It's audience targeting you can trust, made simple. Learn more at Experian.com/adweek. That's EXPERIAN.com/adweek.
This episode is brought to you by Philo Ads. Want to get your brand in front of the right audience? Philo Ads is the way to go. With 98% of viewing on connected TVs and over 900 million monthly ad impressions, Philo gives advertisers unmatched accessibility, flexibility, and results. Power your next campaign with Philo Ads today. Head to ads.philo.tv to get started.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Tech Magic, the podcast where we talk about technology, artificial intelligence, mixed reality, spatial computing, new hardware, and everything in between. And as usual, I am Kathy Hackle, and I'm joined by my co-host Lee Keebler. Lee, how's everything over there?
Well, as everyone knows, I live in Portland, Oregon, and it's actually fine. It's perfectly fine. If we have so much to talk about when it comes to like OpenAI and what AI means for information transference and things like this, I feel like this is going to be the episode about disinformation. So let me start very clearly in saying it's alive and well. Disinformation is everywhere. Portland is not burned to the ground. I don't know where any of this is coming from. I don't want this to be a political show. Please, can someone please stop making this a political show?
You're safe in Portland. That's the important part.
Everything is perfectly fine. It is very weird to watch the news. I find myself seeing clips shared online that I'm like, this clearly is not something that happened. Mm-hmm. I can no longer tell the difference between AI-generated content or content that's being rehashed from 2020. It's caused a lot of questions, and in turn has...
Message Nina and say, shut up, bro.
Caused me to be, as if I didn't know it was possible, more against the growing threat of AI changing content, which we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about. Okay, so where shall we start? Should we start with OpenAI's Dev Day or talk about Sora?
Start with Sora.
Start with Sora. Okay, so
Sora happened first. Let's go chronologically here.
Okay, so I got access to Sora, and I was testing it, trying to figure out, okay, how does this work? How do you do the cameos? Sora is the new model, the new video. Sora 2 really is a new app from OpenAI that was launched last week. It's actually #1 in the free apps, at least the last time I checked. Lots of people getting codes. You have to get a code to use it, etc., etc. It basically, you go into the app and you type a prompt and it creates any video within certain parameters for you. You can also do something called a cameo within the Sora app, where basically what they ask you to do is read 3 numbers and then move your head to certain places, and then they can deep fake you into any video. And if I have cameo on and certain people have cameo on and I have permissions, they can deep fake me into videos with them. I can deep fake them into videos with me, all these sorts of things. So I got access to it. And
so what I'm hearing is I'm currently speaking with the Sora version of Kathy, who is now in Costa Rica and will just never be on the show again. I have to assume, because we're not in the same room together, that nothing is real. All of life is fabricated.
All of life is fabricated. You're seeing video, it's not real. I will tell you, and I did reach out to Lee with a code. I said, I've got a code, do you want it?
And I said,
You said, I pass. So yeah, I mean, I was seeing all the news, everyone posting the videos, I had access to it, so it was kind of like just wrapping my head around things. Here's my experience with it. Several things. When I was recording my voice and moving my head, very few times do I ever feel apprehension giving my data to someone. Like, I'm a guinea pig, and I'll like sign up for stuff, and I'll do biometric, like I'll do all sorts of stuff. This time, I actually waited a little bit. I was like, I don't know, do I really want to train on my voice, on my biometrics, my face? I don't know. But then I was like, okay, well, I am a guinea pig, so I did it. The first time I tried to do it didn't work. The second time I tried to do it, it gave me back saying that it violated their content or something, rules. I was like, I was wearing clothes, so I was like, I have no idea what this computer is seeing, because my goodness. And then the third time it worked, and then I started doing little cameos. It's fun in a way, but it's deeply concerning. I don't know if I'm scared, maybe I am scared, but I'm deeply concerned.
People often use this word in the wrong context, or in the most extreme context, not necessarily the wrong context, but I think that there's a lesser version of this, and it is, I felt this way after kind of like doing some voice print work with 11 Labs, things like this. There's like a feeling of violation, right? Not in like the worst sense of the term, but like there's this like internal level of, this is too much, too close, too fast, that has strictly turned me away from. And plus, so Sam Altman said something recently after the Sora announcement. He said that he really hopes Nintendo doesn't sue him, which to me is just the most ridiculous thing to say out loud. But he did say the quiet part out loud, and that tells me that they know they don't have all of their T's crossed and I's dotted on the legality of whatever it is that Sora 2 is doing behind the scenes. I mean, like, that's a pretty easy assumption to leap to. Obviously, I'm not a judge or anywhere short of an attorney, but it's telling. You can read between the lines when someone says something like that and start making questions. And that's just not something I'm gonna dive into the deep pool, into that pool, I feel like. It gave that sentence gave me a lot of hesitation. That was a really, I think, telling moment of clarity and honesty that we don't see from technology very often. And
he said it half jokingly, I feel, you know?
Yes, but every good joke is based on truth.
Good point.
You know, and it's like, is it funny? Oh yeah, it's hilarious, because if anyone could be impactful in this space, it would actually be Nintendo. People often default to like, oh, what if Disney, blah blah blah, Disney. They're just as complicit. Don't pretend. They're in the AI game as well. Nintendo is one of the few companies on the planet with multi-billion-dollar intellectual property that has sworn off AI publicly. So if there were a company that could step up and say, hold your Marios, it's gonna be Nintendo.
Ultra Mario. So
I did see the output though.
you did see it?
Yeah, you had crazy different haircuts. I
I know.
didn't
I was
recognize you because
yeah,
of the
I'm like, where's
haircuts.
this was the thing. So I started to think about why do I play with this, and I was like pushing limits, trying to figure out. So I said I had just seen a video of Kim Kardashian and Kylie at Paris Fashion Week front row, and said, well, with this technology, you can be anywhere and everywhere all at once. Fake, like I'm not really there, but I'm gonna like deep fake myself into front row Paris, and I did, and it showed me like it was a totally different Kathy with a different hairstyle, super tan. But I was like, okay, maybe I should.
Yeah, it
throw
was
that
kind
hair.
of, it was very Ibiza Kathy, like.
Very Ibiza Academy, yes. Yeah, I should post that on Instagram because it's hilarious. And I was like, maybe I should try that haircut. It was very
good. It was a good haircut.
It was a great haircut.
Yeah,
I was like, girl, that was good. Then I did that. Then I did, well, what is something I would love to do that I've never done? I did two things. I said one of them was giving an address at the UN General Assembly. So I deep faked myself into that. And you see me, this one really looked more like me.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and it's like Your Excellencies, and I talk about human presence, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then I was like, I want to go to Antarctica. So I did a video of myself meditating in Antarctica, surrounded by penguins. Same thing. Very much looks like my face.
Mm-hmm.
So then started to think about, in the future, as we look towards the future, what truly becomes the premium? It's the actual human presence, if I actually was there.
Right. You and I have talked about this ad nauseum on the phone, just in one-to-one conversations of, is the next gold rush the authenticity of being present? Mm-hmm. And I honestly hope it is.
Yeah.
That seems like an incredibly positive thing. Yeah, I saw all those videos. Our friend ADM.
That one was so good.
Davis.
Tell folks about that one. I love that one. I shared.
His looked legit.
It was so good.
He did one with him on a date with himself at a nice restaurant, and then even the waiter was him. The thing is like that video actually tripped me out. I thought it was like edited. I didn't realize that was coming from Sora 2 when I saw it, because I've known Adam for honestly the majority of my life, and like more than half. And I can recognize him in a crowd across the room. We've just known each other for so long. And so when that video popped up on Instagram, I was just like, what did he edit together? And he's been shooting he lives down in Los Angeles and he shoots a lot of projects. I thought it was like maybe a skit for a project or something that he was working on. And no, it was not a story. It looked that good.
It looked good.
The thing that really threw me through a loop, both in his videos and yours, the voices aren't even close.
No.
So whatever voice capturing that they make you do to jump through the hoops of that app was not, it's just not good. It sounds, if you don't know the person, if you don't know what they sound like, it looks like the voice coming out of that character's mouth. But if you know that person very well personally, that doesn't sound anything like that person.
Yeah.
Which was kind of surprising. I kind of thought they would have kind of had.
Well, they make you read 3 numbers, and but in some, what I noticed with some of my videos, because I didn't put out all of them out, like some the voice would sound a little bit closer, some it didn't. It really depends.
Yeah, Adams sounded nothing like him.
No, I agree with you. But I enjoy it. Was so weird, so meta. Him on a date with himself. I literally shared it on Instagram, like, date yourself. It was really good. I will say, because I tend to do this, I tend to go into the platforms and try to push the limits of what they will give me, just to test it, just like I did with the AI boyfriends. I went in and I was like trying to figure out, like, what will it do, what won't it do, right? Yeah, and it does have guardrails. I have to say, it does have some guardrails. I'm sure there's ways to work around it. The closest I could get to something like spicy or something was like plain spin the bottle. Like, that was the closest I could get to something a little bit more like sexy, because I wanted to push it. I was thinking, like, what does this mean for the future of content in general? But yeah, it was really interesting to kind of see it. It gave me a lot of pause. And then I think I sent you the post from RPN. So RPN is a tech influencer as well. He posts a lot of really interesting stuff. He posted this. He posted a tweet from Mr. Beast and said, when AI videos are just as good as normal videos, I wonder what that will do to YouTube and how it will impact the millions of creators currently making content for a living. ... Scary times. Is it the end of the influencer culture?
That's a tricky one, because there's a lot of backlash right now already about like this AI generated actress and what it means to
Tilly
put
Norwood,
like the AI generated character
Bands,
sponsors,
groups,
things like that, bands and things like that. I guess I'm just gonna die on this hill and say AI is very good at making content. It's not good at making art. So if you're an artist, I think you're good. If you are an influencer, I think that it becomes about the authenticity. I don't foresee a future where I really like MKHB's tech stuff, right? Like there's something, he's got a charm to his videos where I trust the honesty that he's giving me. This is something that I find interesting. If he'll go through a product and tell you everything was amazing until I hit this, and so this is not something that I'm using. I don't know, there's something about his videos and how professionally well done they are and thought out they are and curated that they are that makes me, a fan. Like, yeah, I definitely would consider him a successful influencer. Do I think he's in trouble? I actually don't. There's a personality and that people like gravitate towards, and I think if you know that thing is not real, it's gonna damage discoverability for sure, because we won't know what is and what isn't. But I think the moment you find out what isn't real, I think there will be a backup to it, and people go, it's another bot. The podcast industry is really under threat because every podcast platform is being flooded and has been flooded for the better part of like 6 months with AI generated podcasts, and they sound really good until you listen to what they're saying, and then it's a lot of talking in circles. There's no original thought there. It's just it's almost like it's reading a manual to whatever their topic is. So I don't...
Is the premium human. I believe that the premium becomes human. Human becomes artisanal, like made by humans, made with care. Like I have a feeling that we're gonna get so much AI slop. It's just ridiculous. I mean,
so let's move on a little bit. Let's jump in the car and drive a little bit further down the timeline and talk about today's OpenAI event.
Because I don't like to drive, so.
That's what Waymo's for. I'm all for that.
It's true.
It's the first AI that I'm like, yeah, you do that. Go do that. So OpenAI did their event today. It's Monday. The show will go live on Wednesday, so all this will be old news. But I think that our opinion on it needs to be said. They showed some amazing leaps forward. And with little to no bugs or hiccups, this was not like the MetaConnect event. This was a home run.
Yeah.
It was an absolute home run of an event. I felt like it wasn't marketed well because I didn't know it was actually happening until you sent me a link. And so I had no idea it was even going on.
I knew it was coming. I just didn't remember it was today until I had a friend be like, "Oh, are you gonna watch this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, God, yeah, I forgot." Yeah.
All of the tools that they showed are super impressive. Sam Altman came out and talked quite a bit. There's a lot of developer tools that a lot of my dev friends hit me up and was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is going to save me so much time. Like the developers, by and large, are not actually afraid of this thing. I don't think they should be, at least not right now. Time will tell. I'm on the fence with all of that. Then you were texting with me because a lot of the stuff they showed, the integration looks so good. How about you tell them a little about the integration, and then I'm going to throw a bucket of cold water on it.
So they showed several demos. One was Coursera, for example, connecting your Coursera to ChatGPT and asking Coursera to tell you like, hey, I want to learn something about computer vision. What should I learn? Or, hey, while you're watching the Coursera course, you can also say, hey, can you tell me more about something they just said? So that was really interesting. Another example was with Canva, which I use a lot for my presentations.
Yeah.
And I've used ChatGPT to give me an idea of how to design something in Canva, but then I had no way of like porting that into Canva and creating the slide deck like that in Canva. Now you can, because you can connect the Canva app with your ChatGPT, and in ChatGPT you can be like sketching out your talk and then have it design your whole deck for you with the prompts. So that means I stay in ChatGPT. I don't go anywhere else. Case in point.
So yeah, this is the thing. Like to the point, one of the demos was really interesting of just like house hunting and getting prices with Zillow.
I forgot that one. Yeah,
that one felt like it came out of left field, but it solidified my worries here because we were texting back and forth, and you were really excited about the tools. And the presentation, let me explain. Nothing happened in the presentation. It all looked really good. This is it takes a moment of pessimism to go, wait, what did I really just see? And what we just saw was ChatGPT's, OpenAI's actual vision, and it had nothing to do with what was in the presentation. What was in the presentation was tools and cool things you can do, and it's all rainbows and sunshine.
Yeah.
What it actually showed us is your entire computer, your entire web experience, everything that you do will, if it's up to OpenAI, happens in the app. You never leave the app. They are bringing the internet and integrating it into the app itself. So whatever you want to do, you go into OpenAI, you open up the app, that's your web browser, that's everything, right? Everything you do. The problem with that, please society hear me, is that means OpenAI, the AI that's doing this, will filter what it's retrieving off the internet